Hi, my dear Astro family. So today we are going to be talking about the Mars North-Node conjunction, which is going to be taking place on the 19th or 20th of May. But this is going to be felt until about the 3rd of June, actually. So this is the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because this is a little bit of a longer period of time. And I feel like we've got too many good aspects going on the sky, and this one is a little bit of an overlooked one. Mars is in rulership, so it's one of the final dispositors of any of the charts, and it would cause a lot of troubles if it's a mismanaged aspect. So that's the reason why we are going to be talking about this. This week you will be receiving quite a few videos though, because we have got a lot going on and I want to break it down all for you. But before we do that, I have a big announcement to make. I am going to be doing a yearly course, a 1 full year of predictive course. So if you would like to work with me, this could be a brilliant option for you, because I would like to pass on all my knowledge to someone who is eventually going to be, doing readings instead of me, and then I can focus a lot more on teaching. But if you are an astrologer and you would like to take your predictive techniques further, then this course is for you. You will not find this course anywhere else. This is the ultimate collection of all timing techniques that kind of came to my mind. And I have explored all of them. I've tested all of them. And I'm going to be actually sharing how to mix these, which one to pick. So this is going to be a good 52 to 55 week course, a long one. Who is this course for? This is not for the lighthearted. It will be intense. It is for you if you struggle to apply the timing techniques, but you must have a good understanding over the natal chart. It is for you if you're an astrologer, but you would like to fill in the gaps in your knowledge. Then I'm going to be giving you a very structured way to bring things together. If you are looking for detailed explanation on predictive works, then you are at the right place. Or if you want to know tried and tested techniques that I use with my clients on a daily basis, and I do 3 clients a day, actually. So it works pretty well. But this is not for you if you are a beginner. This is not for you if you do not know how to read a natal chart. This is not for you if you are not aware of basic astrological terms, such as houses, planets, dignities, signs, and aspects. So we are going to be starting this course on the 21st of July, 2024. It's going to be 4 p.m. Budapest, Hungary time. It is about $2,000 if you pay all together. But you will be able to have a payment plan as well, and that would be 6 times you would be paying the fee on a monthly basis. What's good about this course is that after each module, we will have a Q&A section and the practice class as well. You will have assignments to complete, and you will have a break to complete those assignments. And then I'm going to be giving feedback on those. You will receive actually additional bonus classes as well, so that you can understand the material better. For example, I'm going to be teaching about the exaltation method. So I'm going to be giving you some extra lectures to know why a planet is exalted in certain signs. So what will we cover in this course? It's going to be transits. We're going to be looking at, for example, eclipses, lunar gestations, planetary cycles, phase angle return transits. We're going to be looking at progression, such as progress declination chart, primary direction, tertiary progression, solar arc. We're going to be working with solar return charts, and we're going to be looking at some very cool Hellenistic timing techniques as well, such as minor periods of the planet, ancestral timing, heptades, which you don't necessarily find anywhere else anyway. Then we're going to be looking at the 129-year method, the monomoria, circumambulations through the bounds, Venus star point, Huber H point, pro-lunar chart, the path of fortune chart, the exaltation method. So a lot of timing techniques you can actually get to know better. It doesn't mean we're going to use all of them, though, when we are working with clients. You will have to make your picks, but I'm going to explain those in the course as well. I'm really excited offering this course. The door of AstroViktor University is open. So if you would like to get certified, go ahead, check out the syllabus on my website, sign up for it, and I see you on the 21st of July. Okay, let's get started with this Mars and North Node conjunction. It's happening on 14 degree of Aries. And imagine this Mars being on steroids. My problem is that we've got a lot of good aspects going on at the moment. So, of course, we've got the Jupiter and Venus conjunction, sextile Neptune. We just had the Sun and Jupiter conjunction. But we do have Mars and the North Node. And whenever something is touched by the North Node, it gets amplified and magnified. So Mars, if it's extremely frustrated, extremely angry, then this is going to get amplified a lot. Of course, we can use this energy in multiple ways. I'm going to try to walk you through with that. For example, it could talk to you about igniting the passion and the desire within you to achieve something. It can ignite, or it can kind of get you to roll up the sleeves and get going when it comes to your plans. Just ensuring that you are not jumping right into something without any type of considerable, like considerations. Yes, this is brilliant to take action on something, but it's also good to cut something out of your life as well. So depending on what house it falls into. And of course, I'm going to be breaking this down for the 12 signs for my Patreons. So if you are curious about that, you might want to be joining my YouTube membership program. So this could be brilliant to cut something out of your life as well, to kind of start a new path. For example, in the 6th house, it could be a new habit. In the 7th house, it could be just, starting a new relationship, for example, being very passionate about it, or, but I'm going to look at every single profile on that Tinder and so forth, because there must be a match somewhere. But also with Mars, there could be an element of separation coming up as well. So separating yourself from something that is outdated, or it doesn't serve necessarily your life anymore. Often with Mars and North Node, especially in the sign of Aries, we have to stand up for something. We have to get into a conflict with someone. And yes, the worst case scenario is that it can get physical because I want to punch someone in the face. So just be mindful about how violent this combination can become when it's mismanaged. Just for example, imagine what happened recently in Slovakia. I was quite shocked a few days ago. What happened was that we had, I had a phone call. Oh, Victor, you called it in your Saturn and Mars conjunction video that there is going to be some type of attack against a politician. And I went back on the day and Mars and Saturn was exactly in semi-square. So, sorry, it was in semi-sextile. So, of course, the phases of the Saturn and Mars kind of got activated for us. And let's see how this one plays out. But obviously, as I said, it could really kind of, something is boiling in the air. And therefore, it could indicate that people are trying to defend themselves. People are looking out for themselves and they forget about others. Because I'm so angry, I'm so frustrated. However, this is a brilliant aspect if you want to turn around your karma as well. I'm going to get a whip in my own hand and I'm going to march through. and I'm going to achieve something because I've got a goal and I'm unstoppable. Also, it's very much about knowing where you want to be. And with Mars, typically it's a short-term goal rather than, what I'm going to be doing in 5 years' time. But the North Node is very much connected to long-term goals. So somehow what I'm going to be doing in the short run so that my long-term goals can be manifested. And that could be a major topic here as well. Now, one of my problems why I don't see Mars and North Node conjunction so positive is because Mars is very close to Chiron. And Chiron is the wound. It's kind of feeling rejected. So it could feel like I'm getting rejected by the society because they are coming up with certain type of rules, and I feel like I'm getting segregated from that group. I feel like there is no fairness there. The fairness has kind of just got blown out of the window, and I'm getting tired of that. Imagine that what happens with that wound, it gets ripped up. It started the healing process already, and then all because we had the North Node and Chiron conjunction, but something gets ripped up. So you might want to go back in the last 3 months. If you felt that some of your wounds had already started healing, Mars could be actually ripping them open again. And maybe you feel like you are getting abused somehow, or people are mismanaging their own power. And then you feel irritated, you feel intimidated, and therefore you want to be expressing somehow your anger. This is a little bit of that kind of like, how to call this? This is that chauvinistic type of energy here. This is the flexing the muscle type of energy. So I'm going to show who the top dog is, and I'm going to retaliate because that's what you deserve. So this Mars and North Node is ready to go to war. So watching out for conflicts, try to step back, no need to rush into something that we might regret later on. So collect all the data and so forth. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you need to be get silenced. Because this is also about entitlement and the justification of your own anger as well. And it needs to be expressed. Just step back. Don't do something irrational. That's all I'm asking here. Because what happens is that the detrimental ruler of this Mars is Saturn, and Saturn is in the sign of Pisces currently. And we spoke about the Saturn and Mars cycle a couple of months ago. So what could happen is that this Saturn is kind of trying to force us to sacrifice something, to keep quiet, just to let go of something. And Mars is not having that. I need to be able to stand up for my own rights as well. So to balance these two energies out, it would be very important just to be cautious. By the way, the Mars and Chiron conjunction is happening on the 29th. So 29th of May. So it will be felt until around the 3rd of June, when Mars is kind of start pulling away from Chiron as well. And also try to imagine that we've got this wound, kind of like a 2nd-degree wound, for example, and then it gets burned again. So somehow that wound is getting even, like deeper. Or you put some stinky something on it, and then it burns and it feels really itchy. Now that's exactly how this Mars Chiron North Node conjunction could be felt. By the way, it is also happening on Virgo Dwad. So this could bring in the topic of healthcare, mental health, service industries, and also people in uniform. So whether it's the police force or firefighters and so forth, but especially for me, this Virgo Aries kind of combination is bringing up the firefighters. So it's kind of like I'm really trying to put out a fire, but more and more fire is coming. And then I have to be sending out more firefighters or policemen. So how am I gonna handle that extreme amount of fire. That's exactly how it feels to me to have this conjunction. Also, this could indicate that you need to be taking risk, to take a leadership role, or being brave to get something started, fighting for a cause, fighting for something that you believe in, maybe in a good cause, because Mars is also the promoter. It's the planet which fights for the underdog. Once it realizes that it's not all about me, but actually I can use my own power to protect others as well. This Mars is fighting for independency. So a couple of questions. Where do you stand with independency? What does independency mean to you? Mars and North Node meet approximately about every 2 years, but they haven't met in the sign of Aries for quite a while. So sometimes it makes you act on something very fast. Sometimes it pushes you to take an action that you regret later on, but also it ignites your passion. It motivates you. It asks you to step outside of your comfort zone, especially if you feel like that you are in a rut. And also you might want to be working a little bit more on your confidence level as well. So guys, this is one of the videos I'm making for you this week. I think there will be 4, because I want to be looking at the Jupiter-Neptune cycle. Surely I want to be looking at Venus and Jupiter conjunction as well. So we've got a lot going on. And all of these are going to be broken down for the 12 signs for my YouTube members as well. See you soon. Bye-bye.